After plunging deep down into the crypto abyss, Bitcoin has finally began to rally, and the question now becomes, is a potential retest to 13,000 or beyond potentially here in the cards? What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. What is going on, my friends? Today I'd like to discuss Bitcoin and the action we're seeing inside the chart right now. Grandma's cookies and a bottle of yo-ho-ho. The past 72 hours have been absolutely tumultuous. Bitcoin falling roughly 25% to the downside. But my friends, I am beginning to see some light being shined on the situation here. A local bottom has been formed for the time being, keeping our upward sloping trajectory of higher lows intact from a macro standpoint. And my friends, right now, to me, to Don Carbonaccio, is this looking like a temporary relief rally that's going to be short-lived before another plunge into the crypto abyss? Or is this looking more so like the makings of a sustainable bullish bottom to potentially retest the top of this pennant formation and potentially bring us into a bull flag breakout to retest to new yearly highs? So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up. All right, so we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice. This is not trading advice. These are only my own opinions, ideas, and speculative hypotheses on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. That being said, let's begin right here on the 4-hour time frame. Unless you've been living under a rock, we've seen an immense sell-off here in the price of Bitcoin. But what has actually been nice here is that on the macro time frame, we are seeing that a higher low on the local support that's been found is higher than our last sell-off, right? We had our first initial run up to the $14,000 region. We had a plunge, and we found our bottom. Now we ran up again, tested the $13,200 region. Then we're met with an immense sell-off, and the underlying hopeful scenario here for the bulls, ladies and gentlemen, is that the bulls right now are defending a lower level which is higher than the previous initial macro sell-off. This, to me, is still keeping our upward sloping trend line of support intact amidst this potential pennant formation. Right now, if you are subscribed here, you would know I've been covering this pennant, right? And the whole thing with these types of patterns, ladies and gentlemen, is that they generally are neutral, meaning that you await confirmation of a break in either direction, can be up or down, but there is some additional merit and credit given towards the direction of the macro trend. And I mean, it's pretty obvious to me, ladies and gentlemen, to see that the macro trend right now has certainly been upwards. So looking at it from that perspective, I do see sentiment here that this could be building one large bull flag, albeit this is heinous, ladies and gentlemen. If you were to show this to somebody that's traded traditional markets their whole life and has not been involved in the crypto space, and you're showing them a chart with volatile rips of 30% to the downside, back up 30%, back down 25%, etc., and you're telling them that, you know, this looks like we could be in a bull flag here, they would think that you probably need to go get checked into a mental institution, because it would just be straight blasphemy to say such a thing. But here inside the cryptocurrency space, the most volatile market in the world, this does in fact, ladies and gentlemen, still, in my opinion, have what looks like a pennant formation being formed here. And this area that we're at right now is so critical, because as you can see, If Bitcoin is to fail here in this resistance box, which for me ranges from 10,750 all the way up to about 11,200, we would not be respecting this pennant any longer. If we get rejected here and fall to a new lower low, fall below that low at about 9,900, ladies and gentlemen, this could be a harsh corrective pattern here that we would be looking for targets down into my teal box here between, roughly 9,000 all the way down to 8,000 flat. Let's get this crypto. So what are we looking here? Let's go in on the 1 hour, examine what's gone on. Right now, Bitcoin, at the time of recording, is being tested up here at our prior lows. That white line was the line that I saw the bears were probably going to look to take control in the short term, which they did, and now we are retesting this line. Also, if you notice, the red line there, right in the middle, right underneath the white line, is our 0.236 Fibonacci retracement. We are also being met with resistance right there as well. It's very actually unique that this box, this range in between these two levels right now, is where the bears are looking to stick in some bearish defense to get this bullish rally to make a name for itself. Is this going to have enough fuel to boom through this level, or is it going to get rejected by the bearish pressure within this range, right? So let's go back to the 4 hour now. What is important here, right? What needs to happen from a bullish perspective here, in my opinion, for the bulls to regain the momentum? Well, we're going to need to take out this whole cluster, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, where we're at right now, there's so much room here for rejection, in my opinion, that if Bitcoin can get above here, I see no reason we couldn't look to potentially test the top of this downward sloping resistance again, potentially stick in a new lower high, right? But also have a chance to potentially break out of the pennant to the upside. There's a couple of factors that are a little bit worrisome for me though, and this one right here is the NVT. As you guys know, this has been a macro bearish indicator for a very, very long time. The past 2 times that it's happened here, ladies and gentlemen, when the NVT breaks below this yellow line of support here, we've seen that it has led to immense sell-offs in this market, right? And of course, past performance is not indicative of future results, but the past can rhyme. It doesn't have to repeat, but it can rhyme. So what I'm seeing here is that as of yesterday, we broke this support line for the first time in months, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time since November of 2018, okay? Right now, we've actually climbed right back above it for the time being. You can see it's back in red right now. Today's rally has certainly moved the metric back up. But this is something that I'm looking to monitor closely here, as this has been a historic indicator that can signal that a massive sell-off in the market is about to commence. I'm not saying that this is a sure thing, that the market is going to sell off now. As we've seen yesterday, we went from gray back into red today, but it's something I'm monitoring closely. And if I do get a signal here that this looks like, we could be ready to drop off the face of the earth, ladies and gentlemen, this is something that I would be willing to speculate to the downside on personally, right? I'll never tell you what to do. I'm not your financial advisor. I'll never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. Personally, for me and how I trade, this is an indicator I'm going to pay attention to here for a large swing trade. And of course, I will be keeping you all updated in VIP with every single trade I make in real time. Shout out to my VIPs and shout out to all of my new future VIPs joining VIP right now after this video. I will continue to keep you all updated with my trades, my strategies, my entries, my exits, etc., all for you in real time. The NVT right now, coupled with the fact that we may find some bearish resistance all throughout this box here, this is looking like, ladies and gentlemen, this could be a crocodile up here to the top and then maybe a crocodile back down, right? And on the contrary, if we do get through this box, right, if the $11,200 region does get taken out and volume continues to roll in, ladies and gentlemen, notice the volume here, okay? The volume has certainly picked up again. We had a loss in volume here, okay? Look, we had a high volume all at the top of this crocodile tooth. Then we had a loss in volume, downward sloping profile, followed by now the inverse peak, found more volume. And right now, if volume continues to come in and we crocodile through the $11,200 region, the thing is, the bulls may be able to truly have another one of these heinous patterns here, ladies and gentlemen, to keep this intact. And by this, I mean the lower high trajectory of the macro trend. And this is what's been forming this pennant, right? And this is why right now that the trend is so coiled up. Even though, as I was stating earlier, the moves have been savage, 30%, 25%, etc., etc., it is forming a pattern here that is identifiable, right? And if this does happen here again, I'm going to be looking for opportunity. One, if we break that structure and break to a new higher high, right? As that may potentially be the bullish confirmation that I'm looking for a nice move to potentially eclipse the yearly high at 13,800 and look to move on beyond that. And on the contrary, ladies and gentlemen, if we do fail for a third time here, right? If we cannot get above 13,200, say just hypothetically we get somewhere up, say 12,600, 12,500, right? And then fail. To me, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be increasingly difficult for the bulls here. I mean, there's always some hope, right? As if we still maintain a higher low trajectory here, right? Like we have, this is still creating that pennant that's squeezing in a neutral formation that the macro trend definitely has to be respected here, right? That this could wind up being one large bull flag to the upside upon a breakout. But also, I do not want to discredit the fact here that we have been on a absolutely parabolic just a parabolic trajectory for quite some time now. This is the first time in a long time we're seeing this type of sideways action here. And we all know, right, in the back of our minds, generally what goes up does like to come down, ladies and gentlemen. And the fact of the matter is here is we've seen the crocodile tooth pattern formations on a short-term time frame. But if we are to see another crocodile tooth, right, would it not be so crazy to think that we have some type of correction, like this, back down into a territory that looks sustainable, in my opinion, down here in this range, right? These markets love to overshoot, ladies and gentlemen. They love to get overly exuberant and then correct, right? That's why they call it a correction. The market goes too high, too quick, and then it corrects to what the market feels is fair value. And to see something potentially like this happen would not be out of the realm of normalcy at all, in my opinion. And right now, especially with these past few weekly candles that we've seen put in here, this to me does look more corrective in its general nature than bullish, right? We have extreme bear wicks now, right? These 2 weeks here were very interesting, right? We had an extremely bearish looking candle here, extreme bearish doji tentative reversal, but then it was followed up by a bullish hammer. But now we've seen yet again another bear wick here on the weekly, and if this week's candle does close below here, ladies and gentlemen, to me, this does look more so like a corrective pattern, more so than something that's looking to continue the parabola upwards. That is just my own opinion. I mean, it certainly could still go up parabolically, but in my opinion, this is looking more so like bullish exhaustion here and a reclaim of the momentum by the bears. Let's get this crypto. So if we do go back over now, ladies and gentlemen, to our 4-hour chart here, I just want it to be clear that what I'm seeing here is that this level from where we're at, 10,700 to 11,200, this is the largest test for the bears here. Sure, we could just break right through it, have a fake out, and then come back down as a crocodile tooth. We could break through it and then find the momentum that it needs after all of this has been broken, and it will allow the bots and human traders to get bullish here once again. But there's the thing is you have to separate the micro and the macro views right now, right? Because this, for me here, all of this minutia that I've shown you in here is more micro, right? We're talking micro things right now. On a macro scale, if we do get through here, it's these lower highs we need to pay attention to, right? To understand if this pattern is still being respected or not. And if this level here, the prior high at 13,200 is broken, is this going to set off some fireworks to ignite the next explosive move to potentially new yearly highs? Let's get this crypto. And also, just on the other end of this, right? I don't want to make it seem like it's only that way. If we form a new low here, right? Say we get rejected in here, or even get up to here and get rejected and form a new low, right? Taking out the level we've just formed a micro bottom at now. It could be the same type of thing in the other direction, ladies and gentlemen, a heinous sell-off by the bots and human traders as a loss of the local micro support could indicate further downside action, just as a break of the prior local top there could be speculation to the upside, right? You see what I'm saying? So right now we are in a very unique situation here where not only is the micro trend ripping insanely over and over again with the crocodile teeth, but we're also at a point in the trend, right? When you look out at the weekly time frame, that if this, little mini bubble that we're in right now, right? If you want to categorize it as that, we are at a point here, my friends, where it looks like if there was a spot for this to top out, that we may have already seen the macro top here, right? And we could be looking for a corrective crocodile down, right? Into a healthy level. Would this not be healthy if we corrected back down here? I think it would. And I think that if it does go back down to these levels here, which would wreck many, right? Many a moon boy, average Joe, and James at the water cooler getting wrecked here, I think that this would provide a lot of opportunity for traders like myself and other swing traders that are looking to seize upon the volatility inside this market. Right now, I am leaning more towards the short side, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, I am speculating to the downside. I am looking to take some short positions in here, right? All these degenerates, if I am shorting in this range and we go right through it, get wrecked, Kirby, get wrecked. You lose, haha. I guess that they don't understand risk reward or how to trade, because for me right now, I'm seeing that there's a lot of resistance in here. I'm going to look to take shorts in this region. Most likely I'm going to keep you all updated in VIP with my trades here, every entry I make, every target, every take profit, etc., etc. I will be posting it all for you in VIP. And right now, if we do happen to break up out of this, my analysis is going to change, as this box yet again may flip here to green as support, right? If we get above it, right? If we get above here, it may turn into support once again, right? And we'll start to focus on this trend line here. But for the time being, until this gets broken and consolidated upon, my friends, this is still a box of resistance for me here. It's just how it works for me, right? And what I'm seeing right now is that along with that NVT, along with the fact here that on the daily time frame, the RSI has still not even gone into oversold conditions, I do see that the bears may still be able to have that momentum here, ladies and gentlemen. Doesn't mean they have to, right? Doesn't mean they have to. But at this point in time, until the bulls prove to me, until they prove to Don Carbonaccio, that they can get back above this region, consolidate, and look to test this downward sloping resistance, I'm going to have a hard time believing that this trend has to stabilize at this region. So for right now, guys, I'm keeping the battle helmet on, the mud boots, and the trench coat, because it is time to get this crypto. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, I see that the crocodile tooth formations here are providing potentially life-changing opportunities when you are on the right side of the trade and catch these crocodiles up and or down, right? So right now, I'm looking to identify as many high reward, low risk trade setups that I can here to the best of my ability. I'm going to be looking to trade them aggressively, and I'm going to keep you updated every time I enter a trade, every time I plot a strategy, etc., all for you in VIP exclusively. I'm looking to crush this market right now like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can. And the question I have to ask, ladies and gentlemen, are you going to be the one that gets caught like a deer in the headlights here and gets taken to wrecked city with average Joe and James at the water cooler when these crocodile teeth come into the equation? Or are you going to be the one that crushes this market and gets this crypto? Lots of volatility picking up here. You must be ready to strike like a cobra out of the grass and get this crypto when the time is right. And Don Carbonaccio is looking to strike when I see the time is perfect. So ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all in VIP right now. Shout out to my VIPs and shout out to all my new future VIPs joining VIP right now after this video. I'm getting aggressive and I'm ready to get this crypto. These moon boys and degenerates, they come on these streams, ladies and gentlemen. They don't even trade. They cry, right? They just want to hear me say something. Oh, but year 20,045, Kirby, you know, they're all the bitcoins, they'll all have been mined, and, you know, by that time, and the world economy. I can't take it, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a stream to talk about blasphemy, the world economy collapsing, Bitcoin, it's gonna be the world reserve currency. This is a trading stream, right? So if you're not here for the ups and downs, then I don't know what you're doing here, ladies and gentlemen. So these degenerates, they can like it or they don't like it. But either way, they better learn to love it, because this stream right here is the best thing going inside the cryptocurrency space today. Let's get this crypto. Diamonds are forever, and so is Don Carbonaccio. Sheesh. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking to crush this market right now. I'm ready to get this crypto. Are you? Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I will see you all in VIP right now. Shout out to all of my new future VIPs joining VIP right now after this video. I will see you in VIP right now, and I'll keep you updated with every trade I take right here in real time. I'm ready to crush it. Let's get this crypto. So guys, if you could, one last time, moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Don't get wrecked here. I'm ready to crush it like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can. I will see you all in VIP right now. Shout out to all my new future VIPs joining VIP right now after this video. I will see you in VIP right now. Let's get this crypto. And until next time, my friends, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.